Jennifer from Live, Laugh, Love to Read. Today I'm going to be doing a library book haul. And a couple of these books I had on hold for the ebook. And never my turn. Don't you hate that? Yeah. So my library has ebooks where you can put on hold, and then they have the physical book. But they don't have like every one of them. They have more ebooks than they do the other. So I always go there first. But if it takes too long, then I look and see if they have the physical book. And sometimes I do. So the first one I picked up was Ghosted by Rosie Walsh. And this was one that I had on my hold list, and I never got it. So when I seen it there, I was excited. So it says, when Sarah meets Eddie, they connect instantly and fall deeply in love. To Sarah, it seems as though her life has finally begun, and it's mutual. It's as though Eddie has been waiting forever for her, too. Sarah is certain she and Eddie know everything about each other. So when he leaves for a long-booked vacation and promises to call from the airport, she has no doubt that he will. But he doesn't call. Sarah's friends tell her to forget about him, but she can't. She knows something's happened. There must be an explanation. Minutes, days, weeks go by as Sarah becomes more and more worried. Then she discovers she's right. There is a reason Eddie disappeared. It's because they both failed to share one essential thing with each other. The truth. There's that one. Ghosted. Ooh, I love the cover. Don't you love that cover? I love it. And then this one too, I was on hold for and was never get it. So, The Wide Smiles of Girls by Jennifer Finsky. That is a really weird name. Finsky. So this one says, sisters May Wallace and March are 2 years apart and worlds away from being anything alike. May Wallace is a dependable older sister who weighs her words before she speaks and sees the world as a project to be saved. March, happily overweight and charismatic, has the world on a string. Babies, men, and teachers love March, and she loves them right back. May Wallace doesn't so much live in her younger sister's shadow as be amused by it and generally try to manage her siblings' scrapes. But a tragic accident tears them apart, and all of a sudden the vivacious March is incapacitated, and May Wallace bears the guilt from the incident. Relocated to a small island town in South Carolina where March undergoes therapy, May Wallace befriends a local artist who is still grieving his wife's mysterious death. I thought that kind of sounded good. We'll see. I don't think I read anything by Jennifer Finsky. But I like the cover. The cover drew me in. And then I picked up this one, Best Day Ever by Kara Ruda. And the reason I picked this one up is because I just finished one by this author and it was really good. So I thought I would try this one. Paul Strom has the perfect life. A glittering career as an advertising executive, a beautiful wife, 2 healthy boys, and a big house in a wealthy suburb. And he's the perfect husband. Breadwinner, protector, provider. That's why he's planning a romantic weekend for his wife Mia at their lake house. Just the 2 of them. And he's promised today will be the best day ever. But as Paul and Mia drive out of the city and toward the countryside, a spike of tension begins to wedge itself between them, and doubts start to arise. How much do they trust each other? And how perfect is their marriage? Or any marriage, really. So there's that one. So we'll see. It's kind of an interesting cover, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, the next one I picked up was The Icing on the Cupcake by Jennifer Ross. And I have to say, I only picked this up because of the cover. And the content, I love any kind of book about a bakery, cupcakes, cake, and all that. I don't know why, but It just sounds interesting to me. It says, in Ansley Waller's world of Southern belles and gentlemen, getting a diamond ring isn't just important. It's the ultimate goal. So when her fiancé, Parrish, unceremoniously kicks her to the curb and cancels their upcoming wedding, Ansley is so ashamed that she decides to leave Dallas and make a fresh start. In a surprise move, she heads to New York City to live with her recently widowed grandmother, Vivian, whom she's never met. In turn, Vivian gives Ansley a no-nonsense ultimatum. Rather than wallow in misery, either get a job or go home. The Wallow women have a tradition of baking their way out of sorrow. So Ansley mixes batch after batch of creative cupcakes. Black Bottom Heartache, Moving Blues Banana Caramel, Tres Leche made small. Before long, she's opening up her own cupcake shop and even trying her hand at dating. But the ways of Manhattan's eligible bachelors are altogether different from their southern counterparts, and Ansley's nearly fail-safe tactics fall flat. And worse, someone's got a half-baked scheme to sabotage Ansley's new life. It'll take a cup of courage and a dash of southern charm, plus a few secret ingredients, if Ansley hopes to pull off her recipe for success. That sounds kind of cute and kind of fluffy. But that's okay. Sometimes I like that, you know. So the next two are by the same author, Catherine Ryan Hyde. And I just finished her book called Allie and Bee, which I just did a video, book review on that a few videos back. And I really liked it. It was cute. It was sweet. And it wasn't really one that I would normally gravitate towards. But sometimes you just need that in between your thrillers and your murdering and, some of the heavier stuff. So sometimes you just need that. So this one is Love in the Present Tense by Catherine Ryan Hyde. And this one is about Paul. It says, for 5 years, Paul has managed to keep the past from catching up to her. Oh, not Paul, Pearl. I'm like, Paul's a girl? Oh, I'm so silly. Okay, anyway, Pearl. For 5 years, Pearl has managed to keep the past from catching up to her and her bright, frail 5-year-old son. Life has given her every reason to mistrust people, but circumstances forced her to trust her neighbor Mitch with watching Leonard while she goes off to work. Then, one day, Pearl drops her son off and never returns. They are an unlikely pair. Mitch is a young, unattached business owner, and Leonard is a precocious 5-year-old boy. But together they must find a way to move forward in the wake of Pearl's unexplained disappearance. Their bond as parent and child shifts and endures even as Mitch must eventually surrender Leonard to a 2-parent home. See, doesn't that sound kind of like heartfelt and kind of sweet, Yeah. And then this one's called Chasing Windmills, and it's by Catherine Ryan Hyde. Let's see what this is about. And I did not look to see what both of those were about because I was looking for books by Catherine Ryan Hyde, and I just picked them both up. It says, both Sebastian and Maria live in a world ruled by fear. Sebastian, a lonely 17-year-old, is suffocating under his dominant father's control. In the 10 years since his mother passed away, his father has kept him safe by barely allowing him out of their apartment. Sebastian's secret late-night subway rides are rare acts of rebellion. Another is a concealed friendship with his neighbor Delilah, who encourages him to question his father's version of reality. Soon it becomes unclear whether even his mother's death was a lie. Maria, a young mother of 2, is trying to keep peace at home despite her boyfriend's abuse. When she loses her job, she avoids telling him by riding the subway during her usual late-night shift. She knows her sister Stella is right. She needs to live in the truth and let the chips fall where they may. But she still hasn't been able to bring herself to do it, and soon her boyfriend will expect a paycheck to arrive. That sounds a little bit deeper, but it still sounds good. I thought it sounded good. So, that's all I have for today. If you like this video, give me a like. And if you would I would very much appreciate it if you give me a subscribe. And make sure you check back often because I have more videos coming up. I think the next video I do will be the, what's going to be? It's going to be the books that I got at Gardner's in my last video that I uploaded where I did my Gardner's store tour. I picked up a stack of books and I'm going to read you the synopsis on all those. So yeah, that's going to be my next video. And that's all I have for today, friends. I'll see you next time.